is the work at the farm. Combine, harvester, cut and dress grain crop much faster than the fastest farm hand can handle. There are been continuous scientific research in improving every aspect for the farming at higher variety seeds, highly effective pesticide, dragon and irrigation technical and greenhouse technology. Advanced technology has to provide farmer with the quantity condition to raise their crop or domesticate their animals. Demand and free flow and fluctuation farm cross-section type of the crop which are in the demand. They often switch the cultivation of the some select crop the next section. Seasonal demand the Cameron Highland farmer time the soil of the flower with Valentine with Valentine Day with Valentine Day when a talk of the rose can fit as much as $10. Similarly, daytime their green salad, especially sun choy with the Chinese New Year, when it's the most highly demand, but fried cotton in the farm product can be very great when there is great demand for the cotton. Crop farmer will rush in the grow them. When the demand shrink, overproduction cause the cost of crop and the price drop badly. This happened to Malaysia rubber, Brazil coffee and Ghana coca. Government policy. The government play a vital role in the deciding the agricultural policy of the country. Some government provide and land for farmers to grow crop grain substitute in the cotton essential crop such as the pending in the Malaysia. Assistive agriculture in institution to promote market and research into specific aspects of farming. For example, the Malaysian government has several organic assisted the development of this growth. Madrid, Malaysia Agriculture Research and Development Institute for Badi. Rubber Research Institute of Malaysia for Rubber Development and Research Institute of the Malaysia for the promoting ear palm. Did you know in 1966 the area under ear palm cultivation in the Malaysia was only 100 hectares. This handsuit up to 20 up to 210 400 hectares in 1922. 24 increase in the ear palm acres for or more than all the plant the heritage of the paddy and rubber put together. Heritage of the paddy and rubber put together. Part is the grain grading Hachalai. What is the great revolution? Great revolution is the most of the remarkable advancement seen in the history of the agriculture. It is a term used to describe toward worldwide export in the increasing food product in the world. The world has always been short of the food as there is a rapid increase in population. Crop culture, famine and starvation kill millions worldwide. The food and agriculture organization of the United The United Nations was set up in 1945 with the main object of the encourage more food product and better farm management in the world. There has been two green revolution and revolution one from 1950 to 1920 in the developed countries such as the USA, Canada, New Zealand, and the country in Europe to country food product, and the second took place since the 1960s in the developing countries such as India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, China, Japan, Mexico, Argentina, Colombia, Egypt, Turkey, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Philippines. 13. Agriculture Research Center and Genetic Storage Bank we set up in this country to develop high-end crops. For example, or rice the research institute in the Philippines developed in the Namdas rice in the 1860s, which yield more than double the average rice output. How could food products of increase? Food products could increase during the Green Revolution by means of the following measures: plant breeding, agricultural scientists, their research developed several vaccines in the major food grains such as rice, wheat, the maize, the HYV grain such as rice, wheat, the maize, the IRV developed by the OI. The Philippines has a sustain to that its high grain will be able into its heavy ground about since it with the right in this it less grow with the Thai Indian variable to obtain the improved variety of the similar development took place in the breeding in obtain the improved variety of IOR 20 and IOR 22 Similar development took place in the wheat breeding in India, maize breeding in Mexico, in where there were food grain output pass in grid 90% in the 90 60 70% in the 90s 1970
hay là tí đất cốp à
80 in the 90 and 1980 and 1990 Liberia of the terrible farmer and advised to use more fertile litter to ensure greater grand yield. Advice we seen need 70-80 kg of nitro in nearest 30 serve per to only 20 per catcher for the Gretchen need. This has also great any stipulation the world factory product and more factory general use of the president. Many of the egg why we seen when the plant are not very resistant to discuss and perfect as the right plant. Machine session modern farm machine for the planting, sowing and harvesting the recommend to farm to expand work and increase the farm productivity. Machine session has been more useful in Japan with the advanced technology. It soon spread over to other parts of the world. The new hybrid, especially rye, has a shorter growing season, making double cropping and red brewing possible. Great mechanization is needed to cope with the constant size of the farm activity, especially harvesting. Since machine too expensive to the purchase, many tiny fragment farm point the India and Pakistan and been encouraged to the move into larger consolidated farm to enjoy the benefit of the machine set and large scale farm operation. Expensive irrigation facility needs to the world only the adequate and timely supply of water where nature rainfall is a largest government in need a multi-purpose dam to provide irrigation facility to the farmer e.g. construction as the Muda Dam on River Muda in Kedah, Malaysia, and that of the Kawan Dam of the Nile in Egypt are undertaken to ensure the sake of the grand green revolution credit facilities
không có ích đâu vậy không và pin hạt đi này nó phải tí rồi học bật đấy
the
mà
captain of HIV seed fitter president machine and other farm nextly and monthly poor peasant in the most country in Asia has to find a way from it to cope with their finally needs the government. The government provides subsidy and commerce, call, bank and finance has provide credit facility to able and farmer to benefit from of the green the Luason farm in Japan and Korea from there over all the purpose of the facilitate the per of the machine and loan of the rest for experience. In transport network, farm product, especially when there is bumper crop, the has to handle by speedy transport network to the deliver the product to local market on to be need is rider it can come when encryption has a spot the government in this country to build more highway and highway to cope with the greater government as the farm product from the farm. For example, India produces only 50 million tons as the cereal and related food group in the 1950, but increased to 110 million tons in the 1972 after the Green Revolution. What is the problem that has arisen with the Green Revolution? In the most country, many farmers are poor and have tiny plots of the land and are unable to benefit from the benefits of the Green Revolution. They have little extra money to buy the HYV6 certification pesticide or machine. The rider farmer and lander with their bigger farm and more cash available are able to advance tech of the new technology, new hybrid irrigation, vacation, and machinization and bus become more widely with the great use of the Federal Reserve. Pesticides, insecticides, fungicides, and herbicides to protect the new HYV hybrid, which are more subject to attack by spec and disease. The soil get more contaminated by this, and the water are more products. The green revolution has brought more environment deterioration and greater health risk to mankind. Many small farmers, e.g. the India, the Pakistan, are forced to give up farming because they could not afford to borrow money to modernize. Then the found difficulties in the passing their long farm product.
10 នាទីទៀតគ្រប់ហ៎10នាទីទៀតអាន10នាទីទៀតគ្រប់ហ៎ស៊ូ
Why?
បោះខំហ៎លោទៅអានអាណាដាច់ទៅមកស្គាល់គាត់ទៅ
มันอ่านออกได้อยู่ดีครับ
ហត់ហ៎
ฟรี
ទៅត្រ10នាទីទៀតទេ
ฟรีครับ In the field there learn as farm product violently in opposed demand and bright. Many farmers are there from their to more toward to age earlier. This has a green grass therefore has the unemployment problem in the city.
ពេលបងរាប់1 2 3ដល់នាទីអាហ្នឹងអូនបាយហ្មងណា1 2 3បាយយ៉ាង
The increase use as the by more than time and that of the pesticide by 30 times since the green revolution has greatly demanded the world pesticide full, and as they are made from neither coal or oil, machinization in the farm use more transfer and has waster to expendize. Farm work also consume more diesel, contributing to the world rapid production of the field food. The sun in the water in the frustration and energy from machine has seen dramatic result in the green revolution. On the wonder of how long this can go on. So many even start dropping and addiction input as the not bearable to further output from the land. Size become it drops and lost its fertility. Underground water in the past and produce insect species develop genetic immunity to even the strongest pesticide and gain and grand output with the adversely affect. Did you know a $90 million dam was built on River Moda in Kedah, Malaysia in the 1970s for large-scale paddy cultivation. With liberation of application of the fertilizer president and irrigation faster to growth of the HYV paddy a year triple the annual paddy output. It supports 50% of Malaysia rice instrument being the rival of the country by 1974. Malaysia was 19% self in rice supply. The winter farmer and its asthmatic as OM 2350 a month compared to less than OM 50,000 1,600 earned by the direction the best for the elsewhere in the country. Traction paddy farmer elsewhere in the country. The green revolution brought great boom to modern skin sector. What are different types of farming? It's by no means easy to the question this different types of the farming that farmers practice in different parts of the world. Due to great complexity of the farming activity which involves both crop cultivated and animal domestication. Most of the farming type has a combination of many distinctive features found in temperate or tropical literature. The type of farming could be arable or pastoral, subsistence, or commercial, intensive or expensive each. The naming of the farming type often take into consideration the following criteria: A. The farm output equal with the growth of the animal in the intensity in the production, e.g. the year for cash or pepper and distillation increase the products and market in some farmer is near the domestic animal growth crop.
មួយនាទីទៀត
Crop is the type of the farming is neither pastoral to or keep in expense grand as in the range of the USA, Australia or New Zealand. It is the term livestock ranching. The animal there soon as the livestock on standard for meat, beef or lamb beef. Animals are kept in the side personal often in the mansion is or a mansion. As for religious and great as the last nation in the parsley is their products such as butter, cheese and cream is a main concern. Domestic herding refer to domestics who more with their animal in search of the grass and water. Here the drop their field over the year to rise. A limited rank of the group of the family member. Intense new system farming, wet padding, cultivation, a practice in China and India, where farmers grow rather stable food and there is no for export. 5.3 arable. Arable farming on a large scale in expensive farming and product and for export market. Extensive commercial big farming. There is practice in the practice of North Africa and parts of the genre. It is highly misused modern professor and content. Harvester. It has a small labor force but product lack qualities. For export, it has high yield per man. Extensive commercial plantation farming, cash crop such as rubber, oil palm, tea, coffee, or coconut are grown in Lake Estate, shake over 40 hectares and worked on by local labor such they has been managed by experience by during the colonial days. Bye bye. What is agriculture? Agriculture or farming refers to the cultivation of crops and the domestication of animals. Arable farming and pastoral farming are thus the most important aspect of the man's activity in profit for the caveman, without which the human race will perish. Over centuries, the growth of agriculture contributes most significantly to the rise of the world civilization, from simple peasant farming to the modern high-tech industrialized agriculture. Nobody knows actually when farming the crop first began, as our forefathers first service on the hunting, fishing, and fruit gathering. There was no knowledge of the necessity to till the soil to raise crop or domesticate animal to get meat. Human number were small and their daily needs were the most basic, eating whatever for they could lay their hands on. Actual farming to raise crop by tilling the soil probably began when people start to settle in the more or less permanent village, perhaps village.
កម្រាស់ទៅអត់អីទេមុខខំអីកម្រាស់ទៅអីទេភៅអីអានផ្ទះភោងមុខខំអានភៅខំផ្ទះក្នុងសភៅនោះវាយភោងអត់អីទេ
Perhaps the first
បាទនេះយើងធ្វើប្រម៉ូទទេអីសំខាន់ទៅលើសំឡេងឲ្យសកម្មភាព
corn has grown from the remains of food found in the
សភៅនោះផាច់
later on wildland coal has been transplanted into the pasture of land near the village. There sit their seed were gathered and sown in the field to ensure a more permanent supply of food instead of wandering in the wood to get the fruit. Archaeologists estimate that this kind of the actual farming could have begun about 10,000 years ago in the Middle East, very efficient farming tools were found in the many places, e.g. in the Mesopotamia, in the basin of river Tigris, and Euphrates and also along Nile River in Egypt by about 2,000 years ago, mark as the Earth in the population had become greatly dependent on farming of some kind, cultivating crop and domesticating animal. Farming enable people to produce surplus food for export or as them themselves fear because of prolonged drought or disastrous flood. The great change in farming came about probably in the last 300 years when men learned the art of the large scale crop irrigation by purpose dam, the use of the fertilizer and pesticide scientific plant and animal breeding, and most recently rising crop in the soil culture in hydroponics, greenhouse. Today, agriculture is the world's most important industry, providing work for more people than any other industry. More than half of the Earth's the population lives on farm, especially in Asia, Africa. Agriculture products such as cereal, beaver beverage, fit breast, raw material, fruit and vegetables still from a significant portion of the export item of the most countries. How much land is used for agriculture? Farming needs land, but no other land is suited to the farming. In fact, only about 11% of the Earth's land in countryside arable capable of the producing food or raw material for man needs. This arable land are found mainly in the coastal plain, river basin. No all crop can be grown in the grapeland. They are limited to only certain types of the crop, e.g. pending in the irrigated lowland, coconut in the sandy coastal district, rubber and eel palm in the fertile lowland, tea and coffee in the cooler upland, and limited amount of the hill paddy in the terrace hill slope. The Rock Mountain and the Plateau region can best support lumbering and some animal grazing. It is estimated that 10% of the Earth's surface is used for grazing land. There are the world's major pastoral ground for the rearing of cattle, sheep, and other animals like goat, horse, and camel. The most expensive of the grazing and include that of the prairies of the USA and Canada, the pampas of Argentina, and Uruguay, the state of the Asia and pocket of the savanna land in Africa, Australia, and South America, where scattered half of the cattle and keep in their tropical grassland. In total, only about 21% as the Earth's land are agricultural land, neither used arable or pastoral purpose. In the years to come, and under the tremendous pressure of the rapid population increase, drop from the present 5 billion to 10 billion in the next 50 years. With modern farming technology and 29% of the Earth's marginal land which is cut of the percentile and farm use, the some kind may be put to use. These are mainly the exciting tropical forests and semi-desert. This means that almost only 50% of the Earth's land surface is the agriculture significance. This other half of the Earth's land surface is totally non-usable in any way for either rising growth or non-use. What kind of food crops are provided? The most important aspect of agriculture is to produce crops, especially food crops, the staple food, the market. Countries with vast arable land such as the USA and China are likely to be self-sufficient in their food supply. Others such as Singapore and Hong Kong, which has little land available for any kind of food production, has to import most their food items. The proportion of people working in the farm varies from country to country. Generally speaking, the developing countries such as those in Africa has a higher profiting of people again in farming, e.g. Libya is Ethiopia and Tanzania has over 80% of their people working in the farm. 5.2 as countries such as those in the developed world, e.g. Japan, the USA and countries in the Western Europe. 50.52 and 5.3 get more and more industrialized. The percentage of the people working in the farm become less and less, easily than 20% in Japan and Britain, and farmers the percentage or land or of land devoted for farming to farming varies tremendously from the continent to continent, depending on their relief feature, climate, civilization, and their level of the technological development. In this space, Europe has the Europe has the highest percent of the cultivated land, over 80%, followed by Asia 72%, North Africa 58%, countries with the low percent of the cultivated, or Oceania 30%, Africa 25%, and South Africa only 18%. South the earth has come 30,000 above plants, man only consume about 30 of them. It is estimated that 50 plant and 8 animal species supply over 90% of the food consumed by men. First crop, what rice, corn, and maize and potato make up more of the world total food production than the other combined of the cereal, which is the main most important staple food. Consumed by more than 1/3 of the world population. Rice is the main staple food. Is almost all the inhabitants in the monsoon Asia. Area with wet padding cultivation is the threat to support the world highest population than scientists might or corn in the staple food for the most people in Africa and South Africa, which make us the use for livestock feeding. Potato or crop has been consumed as mashed potato, beer, potato or potato chip. Other certain such as rye, berry, millet, sorghum are the least important staple food, and most of them used for feeding animals or industrial. Syrup, for example, barley is used for mainly beer and whiskey. Did you know the average food consumption for the healthy person about 2,400 calories per day. People in the more wealthy countries in the developed world, such as the USA and Switzerland, consume at least 30% more calories than they need. People in the poor countries in the developing world, such as those in the Africa, eat less than the average amount by more than 20%. Over 1 billion people in the world, about 1 in 5, do not enough of to live a healthy life. Every year about 11 million children in the world under the age of 5 die from hunger or hunger-related disease. What is farming system? Farms differ greatly in their size, shape, and the grain and the range of the farm product they produce, but not how they work. A farming system needs the various input. Every year about 3 million children in the world. What is the farming system? Farming differ greatly in the size, shape, and the range of the farm products they produce, but not how they work. A farming system needs the various input to the product, the design output. With the outputs are farmer sell they and make his profit. He usually has some surplus stock to carry forward to the next season or the following year. What are his inputs? Includes the following: solar, energy, crop can survive, crop can survive only where there inside is sunlight. No plant can survive at annual temperate require as many temperate countries, e.g. in the cultivation of tomato or grape. Farmer install greenhouse where the required temperature can be regulated. Rain. All crops need water to grow. This comes mainly from the sky in the form of rain. Where rain is sufficient or highly irregular, farmer resort to the aeration or use per overhead sprinkler. What suppose step? Soil is a complex mixture of soil, clay, sand, and whatever living. And whatever living organism and other decaying organized matter which support crop. Farmers pay a lot of for the farm land with the soil in it. Nowadays, farmers can even raise crop without any soil by practicing hydroponic farming. Fertilizer source nutrient get has after control the soil as to point by man made in the site as per head. Nitrate per head and phosphorus. Farmer also make use the organized manure such as animal waste and decomposed vegetable matter, pesticide, group only under the stack by all kind of insect in either rock the crop thoroughly and reduce its yield. Farmers use a wide range of the pesticide, insecticide, and fungicide of the kill the pest as protect their plant. Labor farm need to the managed by the farmer and some helper. In leg farm, labor has to the high to manage the farm, especially for the planting, sowing and harvesting. Machinery. Modern farm expect die work by using machine such as plougher, seed driller and harvester. The machine make work easier but are expensive to buy and maintain. Many farms rent use in the recur. Perhaps capital. Much money is needed for buying and extending the farm land, buying seed, tool and machinery, paying instead of the bank and other related expenses as rent, wage and transport chain. What are the supposed discount about after my hard work and the investment of the about input? The include of growing cash crop. This include rubber and oil palm from a tropical plantation, wheat and potato from a temperate arable for or sugar cane of cotton from the subtropical farm. Subsistence crop. This include overcrop of the sweet potato and rubber is test all vegetable and fruit in the mixed farm. Livestock in many herd of the cattle, sheep, and horse, and making as livestock, not either to be slaughtered, for their meat for breeding purpose. Animal products, milk and dairy products are the chief source of the income in a dairy farm. In some countries, cow dung and bird dropping can be sold to making gardening to be used or organized manures. Other farm by-products they include poultry, eggs, honey from the bee, hive kept in the farm, calf and brown raised in the aquatic pond. What are the factors which affect agriculture? Many factors influence agriculture and related farm activities. In some environment, farming is favored by the availability of the fertile lowland, abundant sunshine, and great effort is needed to modify the environment even just to obtain the bare minimum for the survival. Generally speaking, there are two main groups of the factors that include agriculture practice, physical and natural factors, and human and economic factors. The fixation and nature factor, climate, rainfall, the type of the ground are very much decided by the unknown amount of the rainfall and its distribution pattern, e.g. paddy grow best with are not heavy transfer of over 2,000 falling during the growing season and which needs only moderate rainfall and about 10,000 in temperature latitude. A tidal rain just before the halving is the most ideal, and it's well the grand and ensure a temper harvest temperature. The decrease as the warm, the duration and intensity as the sunshine affects crop maturity. In the protein which grow the better in the sun where conditions are warmer with us prefer the color north. The land as the growing period is as the vital countries. Consider recent consideration in the temperate farming is with needs 90 days frost fire growing per and a summer temperature of about 80 and cartoon require at least 200 days profile raw freeze period and summer temperature of 21 C. Freezing temperature as the active region plus many forms of the crop cultivation. Knife from nowadays they make then the list of the plant. Winding seeds, peace and light with fur, coconut cultivation along the coast, expensive wine money. Wine money as Excel, Lorette, Ever, Correction and fitted the ground of the plant. Wind and storm and light cheese. Typhoon in the Philippines and Hurricane in the most ideal defense for many crop cultivation is 11 lowland, either along the coast or in river passing, and even in the interior. The 11 needs of the ground fertilization. The use of the machinery and its farming tech group farming become difficult in mountainous districts where the slope exceeds the steeper the slope, the lower land section there seen hill slope and some hill padding and T2B collect their many sun fronting top of the mountain range in the northern hemisphere support more crop cultivation than its cold non-facing slope. Soil with material, nutrient and high humus content and it when drained in ideal its sound has a farm about spongy a structure so that is the free curve circulation of air and water is root crop vary in their demand for different types of animal nutrient in the soil for example, cotton grow the best is soil rich in nutrient. Rubber prefer deep, slightly acidic soil. Even coca grow very well on the soil rich in the iron and potassium. When these nutrients are absorbed after expect harvest, mentoring and application of the fertilizer are need to maintain a high level of the productivity. The human and economic factor. The human and economic factor. Capital. Money is the first need to buy the farm and its accessory. If a farmer rent the farm from a landlord, the need to pay monthly rental is the all the farm in the mine has to pay quote rent, assessment, other repair and maintenance. He has to invest in the capital of the tool. Machinery sits as the and sustain. He has to pay was to this worker. They get their capital investment. They get the point land capacity of the farm.
Này nhẹ mơ lên nghe đi đặt bọc ra nữa làm xịt phốt
cọc mà làm ăn là ti được ăn hơi
từ tới á đó trong group bong phèo
labor
qua buôn tao được ti tết group à cuối á nó buôn tao từ lắc mó bậc ăn mó ăn cho á rồi
labor tasks the farming done in the flesh in the strongly employed by the type of the ball unviable skill, semi-skill or unskilled. Farm in the monsoon. I shall well with the padding and other subsistence crops are rice make use for abundant cheap labor. In temperate regions such as the milk farm of the Western Europe or the expensive farm of the US, skilled labor are required to run to the machine efficiently. High wage contribute significantly to the cost of the running farm. Management, some farm, especially have commercial farm and so garden, they make in to the use of the skill, lamb and modern. Equipment and managed by highly paid personnel. The rubber and ear palm estate in the Malaysia and all by the Lake Corporation will provide the manager with free living quarter. Part of the profit goes to pay their salary, EPF, employment, provident fund, contribution and unknown bonus. Transport. If the farm is site far away from the nearest market, it might not be profitable to grow certain types of the crop. For example, fresh vegetables in market garden are always located near urban centers to cut down transport costs. For crop designed for the export market, the farmer has to meet freight chain of the road, rail, sea, or air. He also has to pay haulage commission, insurance cost, government tariff, or excise unsavable farm product needs storage, vacation